Hello everybody, today you join us baling winter barley straw. Today is the 28th of July 2019 and it's Sunday evening. It's about just getting up to 7:30 now in the evening. So this field was cut earlier today and I started baling about 2 o'clock-ish. I got the headland off before milking, I went home, milked the cows. I've come back to get the centre bit finished off. So this is a 12-acre field. We've bought just the one field of barley for this year. We don't buy barley straw every year. We kind of buy a field and that lasts us 2 years. So we kind of have one every other year because we don't use a lot, and the one field kind of lasts us a couple of years. Now this field is 12 acres. And there's an awful lot of straw here. It is an enormous amount of straw ready for barley. At this moment, I'm just a little bit over halfway across, and I'm going to estimate we're going to get about 10 bales to the acre. So when we finish, we'll see what the actual total is. But I reckon 10 to the acre. So barley is a lot. On wheat we reckon 8 bales is just. In wheat we reckon to get a good yield is about 8 of these bales. So to get potentially 10 of barley, it's exceptional really. And from what I understand, the actual grain yield has been high as well, which would correlate with a lot of straw producing a lot of grain. And as far as I can gather, that's kind of across the country. That's not unique to this area. So we've had some quite extreme weather this past week. We've had 2 very hot days. We've had 2 very hot days, which, according to the weather people, are the hottest almost on record for the country. No, perhaps for the month, for July perhaps it was. And we've also had quite a lot of rain, some thunderstorms overnight, and combining has been a little bit stop-go. It's been very warm today here. But listening to the weather forecast on the radio, other parts of the country have had an awful lot of rain, and combines wouldn't have been doing anything. Like I said, today is Sunday. Tomorrow, Monday, again is good and dry, and then from Tuesday onwards we've got a lot of rain coming in. So if I can get this finished tonight, we can get it picked up tomorrow and all stacked in, and we should trouble with big crops is when the combine stops, he tends to leave quite a mountain. Doesn't really want to go in the baler. So what we're following is a Class Lexion 750. It's the same combine as was in the combining video of last week, but this is not the same field. So that was filmed, I think I filmed that Tuesday, and today is Sunday, so he's been ongoing, he's been going on all week. They have lost, I think they lost 1 day to rain, maybe a day and a half, I can't remember now. So that combine has got a 30-foot header on it, which is why we've got such big swaths. There's a lot of crop in there. But it doesn't take long to get across the field. One swath clears a lot of grain. When there is a big swath like this, it makes a big difference which way you follow the combine. You either go the same way the combine did or opposite, depending on how it will feed into the pickup. At the moment I'm going opposite way to the combine, so I'm going down the field, the combine cut up towards me, and that just feeds into the pickup a little bit better. When there's a small swath, it doesn't matter, it makes no difference. But when you're as big as this is, often one way won't go at all, and one way will fly in. So when the bale fills up, you can hear the beep, and then you get 3 or 4 seconds before the net wrap feeds itself in. I don't have to do that, it does it on its own. And you'll see I've been backing up while it's wrapping. The reason for that is, as it's wrapping, while you're stationary, you get some straw coming out. Because it's a fixed roller chamber baler, there's gaps between the rolls, and you get bits of straw coming out. So we just back up, and then the pickup picks that up again. In other words, you get a little heap by every bale, and that then blocks up the cultivator or the plough, whatever's going to follow on, to prepare for the next crop. Facing the other way, you can see what we're following. This is the swath we're dealing with. Also, you may see away in the distance over there, the big white building, if that's showing up on the camera. If you can see that, that's Westbridge Dairy. If you're involved in the milk industry in the UK, you will have heard of it. You may not have seen it, you might not know exactly where it is. But if you can see any of the houses up on the bank there, that is Westbridge, the town of Westbridge. So that dairy was built easily 15, maybe 20 years ago now, not sure exactly. And it is now run by Arla, the dairy company. And when it was built, that was the largest dry. They are a butter. They produce butter and dried skim milk powder. So if you buy any Anchor butter, that is where it's made, in there. And a lot of powder goes in either for export when there's an export market, or powder is often used in food manufacturing, going off to other factories for putting in stuff. So during Christmas and the peak flush of the milk year, a lot of it is going into there. I don't think it's not the biggest in the country anymore. I think there is a bigger one up north now. But that was at the time, it was the biggest, and probably still is the biggest in the south. The biggest drying plant for milk. We don't. Our milk doesn't go in there. It used to, but we changed buyers. Probably 5 years ago, so it doesn't go in there now. garage are not quite finished yet, but we've got to have a pit stop. We've got to change the roller net wrap, so that one's empty. So we carry a spare one under the side. We'll stand back, let the dust drop. Ooh, 137 so far, and we're not done yet. So my estimation was out. We will swing the spare roll out. Pull the neck brake, a little bit left on there. Pull that bit out, it's not enough to do any good. So we've got a specific order to thread it, the net through these tension in bars. This is a simple up and over one, under the next job. I'll give you this handy bit of paper on there now. Used to just tie a knot in the end, but we'll give it a go, see if that's any good. So you go over the top and down in between the rollers. And angle it just above the knife, because otherwise it'll, if you go too low, it'll catch and pull it in before the nails fit. Spread our net across the full width. Give it a bit of slack just to help the first one going in. Reset the brake and shut the lid. Right, ladder up out the way and back to it. Right, so here we are, all finished. We just got to take the little wheels off back to transport position, and we will check our final total. If we can see it in the dark. And just put our transport lock on for the pickup first. And final total is 1,500. Let's see if we can get a bit of light. And final total for the bale count is actually 150. So 150 bales, that gives us about 12.5 to the acre. So that's more than I was expecting, and quite a bit more than we've had in the past, so that's good news. So I'm going to go home now, go to bed. So I'll say, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. I don't say that very often, I don't like saying it, but it does help if I say it, so please subscribe if you haven't done so. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.